Real Country 1430 AM and 107.3 FM WRDN. Brian Winnekins at the NAFB convention. And thank you to our broadcast sponsors, including Elsivia Co-op, Annabis Silo, Animal Wellness Center of Buffalo Valley, Compeer Financial, Osteoplastics, Synergy Co-op, Wisconsin Farmers Union, Wisconsin Corn Growers Association, and the Wisconsin Soybean Marketing Board. And I am with Paul Cornette and Tim Trotter. They're in the Edge Dairy Farmer Cooperative booth, but we're going to talk with Paul first. He's the Vice President with Farmers for Sustainable Food. We're going to talk about some of the things they're doing. And Paul, thanks for joining us. So for those unfamiliar with Farmers for Sustainable Food, tell us about the group.
So about 5 or 6 years ago, Edge and Dairy Business Association staff found themselves spending a lot of time supporting and helping grow individual farmer-led watershed protection groups around the state. And they saw an opportunity there to connect the farmers who were interested in sustainability with a lot of those DBA and Edge members who might be supportive and were interested in sustainability and might be interested in maybe being a financial supporter and bridging that gap ultimately, hopefully, between some of the finished products, retailers, and processors, and the farm itself.
And so some of these projects, what are some of the projects that the group's worked on?
So what we say is we try to unite these various members of the food supply chain, as well as uniting the farmers within the community who are interested in sustainability. Inspire them with not just financial resources, but also bringing in engineers, scientists, experts that can help us in that mission, and ultimately empowering the farmers to be the drivers of change and finding sustainability solutions that are not just environmentally positive and sustainable, but also economically sustainable.
Talking with Paul Cornell, he's Vice President of Farmers for Sustainable Food, along with Tim Trotter with the Edge Dairy Cooperative. And we're going to switch over to Tim now. And so, Tim, okay, we have the year extension of the Farm Bill, but the other, at least for dairy farmers, gorilla in the room, is the Federal Milk Market Order.
Oh, yeah, we got to love this topic. Yeah, obviously we've been very, very active in that. We've done all of our testimony. We've been leaning in very heavily. I think Edge has made a difference. I think our farmers, we had over 12 farmers that testified. They did a fabulous job really bringing it home that it's all about the dairy farmer. Let's keep that in mind. But also we have to look to the future, and that's the biggest difficulty you have in federal orders is talking about the future of dairy. So I think we really articulated the need for flexibility, the need for making sure that farmers have those safeguards and know that processors and farmers both are the solution. It doesn't have to be one versus the other. So I think we did a good job in articulating that.
Meanwhile, we do have the 1 year extension of the Farm Bill, and okay, we had the dairy cliff coming up in January, so I understand that, but boy, it's also still kicking the can down the road.
It is, but at least we know now because it's been going on for months, right? You know, what are they going to do? So I think we're going to take this as an opportunity because some of the issues we're dealing with is, you know, trying to codify some things in legislation to give federal orders more flexibility. We need to do that through the Farm Bill so that we can come back and maybe go order by order, look at innovative ways to modify what we're doing into federal orders. So this is going to buy us some time to kind of get that together. But also we're looking at, contracting principles. You know, we have farmers who are selling milk outside of the federal order. They have no safeguards when they're outside of the federal order of how their contracts are formulated with the processors. So we want to at least get some guardrails for processors and farmers of what a sound contract looks like. We have 4 processors who have adopted our principles voluntarily and incorporating in their contracts. So we want to take that energy and that interest and really help, safeguard farmers and processors that we're really developing a strategic relationship for the future.
Tim Trotter and Paul Cornell with the Farmers for Sustainable Food and Edge Dairy Farmer Cooperative. We're at NAFB. I'm Brian Winnekins for WRDN.